So, quick update on where we are with the calculator. Got this all back together now. You can see all the bits and pieces all lined up with the springs on, and yeah, it all seems to work. We've got this bit at the back, that's where it connects to the main body of the machine, the main input here. We've got, let's get that out of the way, got this here reversing thing, that's all back up and running and moving properly like it should. That's all good. And that, got this all cleaned up and running, that's all fine. You see this now works as it should. Can't do it with one hand. There. So yeah, that's fixed. And I put that back on this side there, so you can see. I'll put it here, look. So yeah, that's where the main feed comes through the centre here, and that sort of sits on there somewhere like that, something like that, and you can see how, just if I put it there, you see how it goes, and it rocks side by side. On there somewhere, and then yeah, there. So that's done. I've managed to get this fixed, so that's moving again the same as it should, which is good. And so we're getting there. We're just about ready to rebuild, but I got a problem with this now. It's this here button on the side keeps getting jammed. It's alright if you use these, any of these, except this one on the end here. As soon as you start moving this, that gets jammed, it doesn't come out again. So the way to, I think, to disassemble this is to remove that there pin. I haven't got anything to do it. I can't get it out. I can't get it out. So I just have to not use this loader here. That's don't know what could be causing it. All of these work just fine, look. If you try and move that one, it won't move, that's buggered, and now that's stuck in. You have to give it a right old lift it up and jiggle, and then it comes out again. So don't know what's wrong with it. I can't take that one out of the Model 3 because this is different on the end here. It has a different type of attachment because of the reversing mechanism. It has this style wheel here, goes on the end of there. Actually it goes that way like that, on the end of there, and that's what actually pokes through into this space and turns one or other of those sets of wheels. You see? So I've got to decide if I'm going to try and get this to pieces or not. That's the question. Don't know. But everything else seems to work. Quite pleased with it. The you can see a bit more of this all goes together here. It's quite clever, really. Obviously, this goes on this side here like this. Pinwheel goes in the middle like that. I'm not even pointing at it, am I? That goes there. Pinwheel goes in the middle like that. Turns round, and then obviously the slide sits on the front there like that. Something like that. So as the pinwheel sits in there and spins round, it does its thing with these teeth, as we saw in the last video. So, what else we got? This is all quite interesting. This is all part of the the reversing mechanism that goes up on here. As I said before, once it's in position, this here catch latches into here, and then it stays in that position until you reset it. And the way the reset works is on the back of this here thing, you'll see is a long bar, and as you do the reset, you'll see that moves forward like that and then back again, and that actually presses into this. And the reason that's a long bar, obviously, is because this could be anywhere along here when you actually do your reset. That's why this input is on a slidey thing as well. And you can see, to get this lined up the right way, it's actually got 3 teeth filed flat or flattish in there, so that they don't crash into these number wheels, you see. So yeah, so that pops forward, this thing pops forward, hits this, and you see that then causes that, and that pops the whatever it is out, and yeah, does the reset. So other than that, we're all ready to go. Got lots of cleaning left to do, but that all went back together well enough. I had to take 2 or 3 attempts at getting the end on, because obviously underneath here is the long reset mechanism for the, well, it's the tens carry mechanism, which then resets these once it's done the tens carry. And you have to get it in exactly the right starting position, and with this here at the right angle and this here at the right position, so that the timing is right, so that when this turns, everything happens at the right time. But yeah, that went relatively well. I was actually quite surprised. The only fault that I've got that I don't know, I'm going to have to come up with an inventive fix for, is this thing here. There's this little piece here. You see there's got a little spring on it, if that's in focus, I think it is. That spring is broken in half, and I don't know where the other half is. Long gone, I expect. So yeah, that lives in here and is part of the mechanism that does the feedback of the number, which that one doesn't do actually. This lives here, something like that, something like that, there. So when you do the reset handle is connected to this cog here. This cog here. There, where is it? Yes, that's the reset handle there, look. So that sort of goes on there like that. I think it goes there like that. I'm not even pointing at it. Yeah, it goes on there like that. And when you do the reset, that cam will go round. I tip with my finger. Yeah. And you see how it, where are we? There we go. See, as that turns round, it pushes that forward, which releases this here switch in the back position. Yeah. I'm doing badly with this camera today. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, as that goes around, pushes that forward, then you can move the switch. The bottom of the switch connects to something here. Where's that? That's around here somewhere. Yeah, it's here somewhere. See, this is why I'm always usually better organised than this. Oh, dropping stuff on the floor. But yeah, there's a little toggle somewhere here. I don't know. Did I put it over there? There it is, look. There it is. That attaches to that. which attaches to this thing here, which lifts that strange sort of forky thing there, which connects up to the back of the switch here, which lifts one of these here like that, and that being lifted up, now there's a connection from these number wheels directly to these cogs in the bottom of this wheel. So then when you reset your output, when you reset this here output, it turns these cogs here, which turns these cogs here, and that transfers from the result register over there to the input register over here automatically. So if you've done a sum and you want the answer of that to become the input for your next sum, that's how you do it. It's all quite clever. But as I say, that spring appears to be broken. Where is it? It's down here, look. Yes, that spring appears to be broken. There you go. So I'm going to have to put something in there to fix that. I don't know, we'll find something. Yeah. So that's the Addo Multo 113 progress report. We're getting there. I've just got to decide if I can get that pin out of there. Can I get that pin out? Don't know. It's either that or we just don't use that last digit. It seems a shame, but I need to decide, because if I put it all back together, just taking that out is a lot of effort, because we've got all of these crossbars and everything going on. There's this one goes across, there's this one goes across, this is the hammer for the bell, so yeah, there's this one got to go in, that one got to go in, there's this one got to go in, this is quite an interesting piece. This one sits in here like this. Where are we? There you go. It sits in there like that. And if you look, and what that's doing is pressing this button here on the side of here, and the other part here locks this mechanism so you can't use it, and this end here actually it comes through this piece here. Where are we? Yeah, because normally that sits on the end of there like that, right? So in order to put it on the side, in order to turn the handle, you actually have to pull it out like this. And see if you can see it on here. That you see there, when you pull it out, that pin retracts. See? And when that pin retracts, it's connected to this through the center of the handle. So obviously, I'll do it like that. When that, there you go. So usually it's in this position, and as I was saying before, when that's pressed, you can move these numbers. So normally, when the handle is in, it's like this, and you can see that's pressed. But as soon as you pull that out to turn the handle, it releases the pin. This comes back in again, which means that sticks out again, which means these won't turn while you're turning the handle. And obviously this is the same. This locks and unlocks this mechanism, so you can't move this while you're turning the handle. So it's all safety features and links and stuff. Yeah, and you can see that, and yeah. So hopefully next video, either this will be in pieces, or I'll just be rebuilding it and ignoring the fact that that doesn't work. Don't know. Have to make a decide. See what to do. Cool. Yeah. That'll do. See you later.